So you're looking to make an impact in your yard and add something absolutely spectacular. Let's talk Serenity Ponds. I'm excited for you guys to see this entire backyard. This is actually like a resort. The first thing when you walk out the door is that's what you see is this water feature. We've got a 14 by 14 pond, set of spheres up on top here on the right side, and we've got probably like a 30+ foot stream off to the left, really just encompassing this whole corner here before you've got that awesome pool in the backdrop and then this pavilion here. So this place is set up for some serious entertaining. Since you can see this from pretty much every angle here up on the patio, we wanted to make it as interactive as possible. We've got two nice big stepping stones that go right up to the edge of the pond, and look, the fish are right here waiting to be fed. I'm sure they get fed from this spot quite often. The pond is crystal clear right to the bottom. These lilies have taken off like crazy. This started off as just one lily, and then Steve, the homeowner, actually split it into a second one, and look how big it is now. This is end of the season. I'm sure this thing was taking over the entire pond at one point. He had some lotus in here. The hyacinth looked great up in the stream. I know in some of the southern states, hyacinth are outlawed. Here, they are not. We use them as an annual because they all die off. We use the spheres over here to actually add another element right along the front of the retaining wall that's holding up this section of yard. I think it really fits nicely. It's got a beautiful sound when you're sitting in the pavilion, and you can see it from inside the house as well. Of course, everything here is lit. He's got lighting every place, and the water feature definitely has plenty of lights in it. Great job here with the landscaping, really making you feel like a nice, intimate garden in this space. We started off with a 6,000 biofalls up top. That's what's keeping this pond clean, along with that 1,000 skimmer. If you stand here, you see the water just appearing from around the side. We took and hid that biofalls behind that rockwork and had it start sideways to have it just appear like a spring is coming out from that right side and feeding the rest of these cascades. I remember when we built this, there is a gigantic piece of ledge rock right underneath all that soil. So we really had a hard time fitting it in there, but now that it's done, you would never know it's there. One of the things I really like doing is deep pooling areas at the bottom of waterfalls, because in nature, that's what you would see. Water would come down and scour out a section and then turn and continue on down this path. We've got about 8 inches of water inside here before it shallows out and then goes towards the pond. They added some impatiens inside the stream, which do really well in shallow water, and you can see those are just beautiful. This hyacinth here, again, great use of those in some of these turn areas where they've got lots of space for them to spread out. And as they grow, they just get thinned out and moved somewhere else or removed altogether. I think Steve started with like 15 hyacinth at the beginning of the season. He ended up with probably 200 of them. The place has been totally complemented by all this landscape and hardscape. There's travertine, there's stone, there's landscape. It's just unbelievable. Everywhere you turn here, there's something to see. Beautiful stone steps, and we've even got a little bit of fog. Steve put a fogger in, so when it's a little bit calmer, I'm sure it works a lot better. But imagine Halloween, you're out here with some pumpkins and scarecrows and you got fog pouring out from the spheres. Spooky. I really enjoy coming back to this house year after year to see how things are growing in, and this was no disappointment coming back here again this time. You can see how things are just starting to mature, and that's what's great about these water features, these landscapes. Every year you come back, you can kind of see them come to their fullest potential because things are starting to grow to their mature size. Of course, one of the things we always say, it's important to have the right equipment, which is our biofalls and skimmer, but we don't want to see the equipment. So I don't want to see pipes and plumbing and all that kind of stuff taking away from the experience. And as you can tell, that's what's happening here. We have the great looking water feature without looking at all the parts that make it work. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this as much as Steve and his family are, because this is truly spectacular. I think you guys are really gonna love this one. We're in Morristown, New Jersey. We built the pond for Debbie about 1.5 years ago. Let's go check it out. This is one of my favorite projects from last year. It's our 14 by 20 Serenity Elite with a bunch of upgrades. We're right out of Debbie's back door. She spends a lot of time here. This is the perfect pond to to wake up to every day. I love the size of this. See, you got some beautiful fish in here. Look at the water clarity. Straight down to the bottom, crystal clear. The aquatic plants and the landscaping look phenomenal. These lilies have really taken off. We've got a tropical here with that beautiful, vibrant pink flower standing up out of the water. The hardy lily back behind it. The way you can tell the difference between these two plants is the tropical has those jagged edges on the outside of the leaves. The hardy lily has smooth edges. Now, our tropical is only going to last one season, but it gives off the best pads and the most beautiful flowers. They're also great filter plants because they are feeding constantly, pulling nutrients from the pond. In this pond, we've also got a very beautiful lotus. There's some water garlic here. Those thalia are standing up nice and tall. They get those purple flowers on top. And we've got more on the right side. Look at the rock work inside this pond. We did a large boulder package in here. We set the waterfall back about 10 feet. It's got an Aquascape 6000 biofalls, which is keeping this thing so clean. And over here, instead of doing a traditional skimmer, we built an intake-based skimmer. I love this kind of skimmer because this fish can swim in and out of here without being impeded, and it becomes an extension of the pond, drawing all kinds of debris down here. You can remove it just with a net manually. It works out fantastic. And you can see what the pond looks like. It just looks spectacular. For me, this size pond should be in everybody's backyard. There's so much room for fish, for the plants, just to really have something impressive back here. Coupled with the pond, we installed this flagstone patio. This looks great, cantilevered over the edge here. Anthony did his signature stack slate work all the way down to the bottom, which supports the stone. I'm not a small guy, I'm standing right on the edge, it's not moving an inch. I love that you can get so close to the pond. It makes it feel just a part of your whole entertaining space. It's very interactive and it looks great. If you live in northern New Jersey and you'd like to learn more about a pond like this, click the link below to take you to our project planner. This is our Serenity Elite, and it's got the upgrades like the stream, the larger boulders, the intake, lights, aeration, plants. It's got a lot of stuff going on. All the bells and whistles in this one. What a great pond. Welcome to Short Hills, New Jersey. I'm excited to share with you one of my very favorite water gardens, an actual water garden. This pond is in the widest point, probably about 15 or 16 feet wide, and then from end to end, we're probably close to 30 feet. There are just so many beautiful plants here. There's tropical lilies, which are putting off just the most vibrant flowers you could possibly ask for. We've got lotus, we've got calla lily, there's sweet flag, there's pickerelweed. I mean, I can go on all day naming all the plants that are here. Just a great example of what a true water garden looks like. There are fish in here, but quite honestly, the fish are secondary to all the beauty that is going on with these plants. And what's so great about this has been in for probably about close to 7 or 8 years. You just see pieces of large boulders sticking out in between the foliage. I absolutely love that look. And right here in the middle of the pond, we've got a bridge that crosses over to this incredible gazebo. This is Shangri-La. So you come inside here and you're just surrounded by the water feature. We've got a waterfall that's hidden off in the back corner here, and I really, really love that. It blends right into the rest of the hillside. The landscaping here is world class. We've got a beautiful blue atlas cedar, which is the backdrop to this waterfall. Standing inside the gazebo, I can see that waterfall starting over the railing, leaning over the side. I am waterfront right now. The pond is tucked up underneath this gazebo. The stream comes in just perfectly facing the viewing area. and then you've got all this beautiful cascading running water coming alongside you. I could spend hours here. I could imagine being out here, just walking out in the morning, contemplating life, and just being appreciative for how good I have it. We've got Creeping Jenny that's coming down into that stream. I really like that a lot because it's just floating on the surface. Ajuga, there's water dock over here. The moss has just grown in incredibly. Makes this look like it's been here for at least 100 years. Inside the stream itself, we've got driftwood used as edging treatment with plants growing around it. If you look up top here to the right of the waterfall, this is a great example of the landscaping, finishing things off. So the boulder work all came out and it actually buries inside that bush. But that bird's nest spruce is now taken over so much that it's kind of disguising a lot of the structure that's there, which is important. The structure is important for the waterfall, but I don't want to see every single rock when it's grown in. And this is a phenomenal example of what a grown in waterfall feature should look like. I could literally spend all day here.